Up with the Dallas Cowboys.
Imagine to give you like a 50 inch.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports.
Oh my God!
What
is that uniform?
For a touchback.
What?
Dalvin Cook for the Vikings.
I know 29 weeks.
29 weeks. Dude, that's crazy.
Just throw McLaren, but I already know. Yup, look at that. I'm not risking it. Oh, he has Adrian Peterson as an X Factor. Oh, he has Cam Newton. Oh, snap.
A run with Portis. And he's taken down.
Bro, that freaking uniform, I like that.
It's a first down for the Redskins.
No, we are rivals. I should have hated him, but like.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve.
Ooh, two people watching.
Here. Not only they're controlling things right in the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and third levels. The linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
Trying to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Damn, bro, you freaking go crazy with it, don't you?
Yes, sir. I get ball at half. I don't care if I'm losing or I'm winning. I'm getting get the ball at half. I don't give a damn. You son of a. Oh, freaking.
Yeah. Clock winding down. We're gonna get a timeout. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Why do I have to play the Ravens?
Loser.
20. But I really have to play the Ravens later.
Oh, what? He ran it with a freaking. What? That's such bullcrap. That is such bullcrap. He got 24 yards because he ran it with Cam Newton.
Very nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside,
he's running to the left.
How about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Now Newton got it complete to Rodgers. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year. Franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance.
Who I do?
And he gets this inside the 35.
What the heck, dude?
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line.
I got first one. Loser. Oh, who sent a message?
You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Oh, frick. He distracted me. Bum.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is
I'm the Pats, and this is what matters for you.
They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Alright, that's cool. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's McLaren. I hate him. Yeah, RPO McLaren. God dang, bro. This guy. I thought his team was like not good, dude. This team is pretty good. God damn it!
A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing
no. God damn it, he did a QB.
Touchdown, Redskins. Cam Newton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins take the ball down the field.
Hate McLaren, man. Go back.
Extra point
what?
By Gostkowski, and that makes the score 7-0.
He ran it like 3 times and we passed it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
God damn. It's not about the team.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
And
he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard
the
line.
user. That too. The song was the Steelers.
The Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
My head's hurting.
Here's the man who's led the
Zeke,
league in
no,
rushing
he
twice
tripped.
in 3 seasons. Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, I thought it showed injury timeout. I thought it was Zeke. It was his freaking, I think his D tackle. I got
Following the
scared.
pickup of 4, here's 2nd
Put
and
them in
6.
Put them in rested.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey, 47.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Check 3, check 3. Gun.
Now a carry for Portis. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Portis. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Oh, that's not Adrian Peterson. I didn't know that's Portis. I think that's his name, something Portis.
Hey,
what's that? Check Mike 54.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D lineman, you play the run. Linebacker.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7.
You playing the Jags? He's streaming it right now.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They tailored 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll run it here with Portis. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much
Hold up,
better
I have
there.
a sharp pain on my right jaw. I have what? My God.
He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gun. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Check pass. Check pass.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He
Oh.
finds his man. It's Austin. 25 yards that time. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, it's Newton. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And brought down. They're able to get it to their 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So first and 10 now from the 30. On the give, here's Portis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
55, my God, 55.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. So they'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott looking deep in the direction of, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check.
To throw on third down. Newton. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Third and long for Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Well, can he put it aside? Let's find out. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They hand it off to Portis, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Great.
Hustle. 55. Thanks. Hey, check right.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
I didn't mean to do that. Frick. Not paying attention.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On first down, it's Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. From the 38, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Gun. 55, Mike, guys, 55. Defense.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Set the tone, defense.
Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Tavon Austin, he's going to go.
Hey, why is he so fast?
For a Washington touchdown. Tavon Austin. As the first half is winding down, and the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. This is fielded at the 27. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
56. 6 right there, 56. Watch.
Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
He does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. 23 yards.
What's up?
Final tally. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First
He's
and goal.
clapping you, bro. He's clapping you.
Rely on your scouting.
But we're having such a good game, bro.
And just load up for it and see what happens.
Stopped. That's why I stopped. I could have scored easily, but I stopped.
Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
47. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. 47.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and then you get most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Just smack him.
About set for this next drive, but
no, he doesn't. I smack him. He doesn't complain about it.
Last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy.
That'll be so messed up, yo. Fine, I'll do it. I'll do it.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
We might start getting some props here in the booth. That one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. It's a keeper with Prescott. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cowboys have recovered.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Elliott. 20! Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mike, check 55, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. Come on.
From the gun, here's Newton. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now.
Here we go, 46.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
1st and 10. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage. Near the 40 at the 39.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Check 24, check 24.
Prescott now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Hey, check 24, watch 24. Kill. 56, off. 56, right there, 56.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And 12 at the 35-yard line.
Mike, here we go. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go.
On second down now, Pollard. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Prescott to throw it. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He'll field this at the 5. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Geis. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 84 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. Huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Ready? Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Let's get it.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just